think we are live. Commit, don't quit. Idiot of the day. Jeff here, made to last. Yeah, no, we were trying to think of something today, and you know, we're pretty much coming up with the same thing over and over again in our head this morning. Nothing that's made anymore is made to last. And anything that you can think of, cars, anything, kids' toys, everything. Nothing's made to last. It's everything's kind of tangible. Everything's throwaway. But yeah, we're just gonna get this started. I may have to get this set up here quickly, and I don't know. Hopefully, I wasn't able to set the schedule, so hopefully a few people see it that we go live this afternoon, and we'll see what happens. But it's nice to see everybody. It's nice to be here. It's Friday. We have one watching, it looks like, so I'll get this up and running, and hopefully we are good to go. Let me just get this out of the way. Let me double check this. Not sure who is here today, but whoever may be here, hello, and it's nice to see you. Thank you very much for coming. I do appreciate it. I do. So is everybody ready for the weekend? It's Friday. Yes, it's Friday. Yum. Hey, how are you? It's good to see you. Thank you very, very much for coming. I really appreciate it. I wanted to set the schedule this live, and I've run into so many issues that I've just decided to go live exactly at the same time. So let's see if we have this down. We have one watching, one or two, or a couple of people watching, I guess. But yeah, Mom, it's nice to see. I really appreciate it. Set up like a little chat on the side. It's let's see, maybe that's better. Can you hear me okay? Yeah, Mom, I just want to make sure the audio is synced up. Let me see here. I don't think that's gonna work, is it? I can't see the chat 100%, so I'm gonna maybe actually remove it. I'm going to unlock it, and for the time until I get this fixed, I will maybe I will let's see here, sorry. Yeah, no, I am gonna fix this. I'm gonna try this later, the chat portion, so I'll unlock it, take it off of I'll take it out of there. I'll just remove it. Here on word. Yes, okay, we'll take that out. I'm just playing with a few things, everybody, so please don't take it personal. I'm gonna run the chat out here myself so I can see it. I can't see it 100%, so let me just grab that, and there we are. We're back to normal, so I see everybody again. It's good to see everybody. I say, yeah, Mom, it's nice to see you. Desmond's Thunders. Hi, Jeff. Can see I did not manage to persuade Lindsay to go away. I'm sorry, Desmond's, but I understand that part. Sometimes, you know, I can understand how you feel. Sometimes I'd love to go do things on the weekend, and just not having part of it. You know, when you have it in your head, I think of it like sometime in the middle of the week. I'm like, I want to do this weekend, but sometimes I'm a little hesitant on asking her, so I don't bring it up till like Friday night, usually after work, and she usually says, nope, we're not doing that this weekend. But Country Cycle Cam, hey Jeff, can't stay stopped at the plaza on the road. Catch you later. Yeah, take care, Country Cycle Cam. Thanks very much. I can hear you good. How's the sound today? Is it any better? We've moved the mic. Is it a little bit the sound any better at this point? I'm hoping it is. Drew Food Reviews, how you doing, my friend? Cole Outdoors, how you doing, Cole? Tina Stewart, oh my gosh, Tina Stewart, how are you? It's nice to see you. Welcome. You know what? If you're new to the stream, you know what? If you're new, if you do like the channel or the live, there's always a subscribe button down in the bottom right hand corner, and if you consider if you do like everything, there's a notification bell. If you hit it, smash it, lick it, or whatever, or just tap it lightly, it'll give you notifications for live and when we put videos out. River Rat Skippy, hey, what's up? It's good to see you. I know you can hear me, but is the sound quality okay? That was my main concern. We had the not the boom, but the mic we have it on like a little arm, and it was a little too high, so we moved it down a little bit. I'll keep it out of the camera angle, but is it still okay? Does the camera, I mean, does the mic sound okay? That's what my concern is. Six Hand Spice, how are you? It's good to see everybody. Dismas Donders laugh a lot. I've been trying the Orca line since last night. Oh gosh, I love it. Drew Food Reviews, yes, happy Friday. And Dismas Donders sound is fine. Good. I'm glad. So what's everybody have planned for their weekend? Any exciting plans this weekend? I don't know what's happening. I don't want to say my boss, but my significant other hasn't told me our plans. So I'm just wondering what everybody else has planned so far. I was messing around trying to make the chat to put it on the side, and it works. It's great, but I didn't size it up properly, so I thought, until I get that figured out, maybe I won't have it up, because I couldn't see the full chat. And I like to see everything. So once I figure that out, I'll put it back on the screen. I kind of like it. I just I need to resize it. I guess that's what I need to do. Sounds fine. Quality's good, just a little low. Okay. Could be my voice. I don't know. We've set the sound settings. We changed them yesterday, so we were hoping that that's corrected everything. But I can speak louder. Is this better? I hope so. Yeah. Oh, Drone Journey, how are you? Everything's sound is a little down. Okay, I'm sorry. I don't know how to correct that while I'm live, everybody, so I'm sorry. But my audio, it shows everything up, so maybe, is that better? Maybe I need to lift that a little bit more. You know what, my wife was saying maybe we need to put the mic, we have a stand for it, so maybe if we put it off to the side here, it'll be right in front of us, the sound will be better. Tina Stewart says, I already did that. That's how I knew you were live. Tina Stewart, thank you so much. I'm much appreciated. Thanks, Desmond Donners. Much appreciated. Carla Cook. Hey, Carla, how are you? It's nice to see you. May I know your name? Oh, certainly. My name's Jeff, Carla. The channel name is Idiot of the Day, but yeah, my name's Jeff. Just a name for a channel. Long story short, somebody had road rage on my wife last summer while she was driving, and she called the guy an idiot of the day. Name stuck. We named the channel that. That's all. Tina Stewart, I got to work on the weekends. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. I am sorry to hear that. River Rat Skip. It's going to be snowing here all weekend. I don't know what it's going to do. It snowed the last 2 days here as well, but the sun's out. But I think it's like -10. Then with the wind chills, -15, -17, or -18. So it's very, very cold. It's funny. It's deceiving. The sun's out. It looks like a beautiful day, but you get out there and it's just freezing. Let's see here. Oh, Carla, yeah. No, I guess I'm just reading it, and that's the reason we chose the name. That's all. Kill Skills, hey Bob, how are you? It's nice to see you. It's good to see you, my friend. Society X TV, good afternoon. I hope all is well. Yeah, no, everything's great. It's Friday. Hope you're doing well. I hope you're doing well. Drew Food Reviews. A little louder since you moved it. Okay. Yeah, so what we might do then is... let me just change the setting here. Okay. There's like 3 settings. Is that any better? Six Hand Spice, I've got a big plan on sleeping in tomorrow. Not your average Jojo. Hey, Joe, how are you? That's my wife, everybody. Joe, I moved the mic in and I changed the setting down to the first setting, so we'll see how this works. Oh, Tina Stewart, I live in LA, lower art. Ah. Oh, not LA. I live in Louisiana, lower Arkansas. Is that Louisiana? Lower Arkansas? Ah. Now your average JoJo. Oh, that is better. Is it? It is better. Okay. So I was set on the third setting. This microphone has 3 settings. The third one's like a circular one that gives you a 360 sound. Then there's a middle one. I can't remember what that one is. And then the first setting, I think that's the setting maybe we need to set it to. So this setting's much better, is it? Is it louder, everybody? Okay. Oh, it sounds louder. Okay, good. So maybe that's the setting. Now let me try. So the third setting wasn't good because it's circular motion. Let me check the second setting. Okay. Tell me what you think of that, please. Sorry that everybody's a guinea pig. I'm just trying to test this out because I can't hear it back. So that's the second setting. So the third setting, everybody doesn't seem to care for. That one seems to be too low, everybody says. How's the second setting? Everybody seemed to like the first setting the best so far. Can you put a message, just everybody, or just a couple people? Let me know how the second setting is. Is the first or second setting better? Yeah, you're right, Joe. So I need number 1. Okay, no problem. I'll set it to number. Whoops, sorry. I'll set it to number 1. Switch it back, Bob, to number 1. Is that correct? Okay, so you can't hear me, so maybe second one is no good. Sorry, everybody. So we're back on number 1. Everybody thought the first setting was better. So the second setting is way too low, okay? Raising 7 Munchkins, how you doing? First, a lot better, Carla, thank you. Switch it back, Desmond's Thunder. No, the last setting you had, put it back. Okay, switch. So I'm back to setting 1. Is that better, everybody? Setting 1 is best, okay. I'm so sorry, everybody. So we have that setting. It's much louder, is it? Much better. Okay, so we'll keep it on setting 1, and it's clear enough, right? You said it's louder, but it's clear enough still with setting 1. We'll set that. Sorry, I won't keep going on. I honestly can't hear the playback. That's the reason why. Much better. That's the better setting. Okay, we'll keep it on that then, everybody. That's what we will keep it on. So anyways, now that I've wasted, 5 minutes on that, how's everybody's Friday doing? You know, we're 2:15 in the afternoon. It is, it's almost the weekend. Imagine everybody's a little bit excited. What am I doing? I'm sitting here, you know what? I'm talking to the mic, and I'm looking into the mic. Joe always says, look over here, and we are looking over here. Look at those eyes. Boom. It's great. Okay, good. Good. 111 love. Carla, thank you so much. Leave it where it is. Okay, Joe, I will. Setting 1. Okay, good. Yeah, Desmond, you're right. We always have to do what our wives tell us, don't we? We do. Yeah, Raising 7 Munchkins just gave a big thumbs up. Thank you so much, everybody. Oh, Carla Cook, I'm homeschooling my kids at the moment, enjoying your chat. Well, Carla, thank you so much. How do you enjoy that? You know what? I knew a girl that was homeschooled, that I worked with about 10 years ago. She enjoyed it, but that's wonderful. I hit the like button. Thanks a lot, Tina Stewart. I appreciate it. It is Friday. Lost my days already. Grease every day's the same. Me too. Big thumbs up. Thanks a lot, Carly. Appreciate it. So, Lee, I have a question. At least I watched it just before lunch today. Your video on the beach. Is that the ocean or the sea? It was absolutely beautiful. Just beautiful footage in that with the drone. But I don't know if is that a dock or what is that pier? That was absolutely beautiful, my friend. Absolutely beautiful. Desmond's Donders, unfortunately, Jeff. Yeah. Oh, David, I agree 100%. I agree. Uh, yep, Joe. Desmond Donders is agreeing. We have to listen to our wives. Yeah, Mom. Yeah, I know. I always like hanging in live streams. Never know who you'll meet. Yeah, you're right. You never know. And so, Joe, I rewatched Big Keg's live today, and you know what? Ivy Areno was on there. You know, Mia was there. There's quite a few people, and he was talking about how we still need to send him the photos and stuff. So I sent him a message saying, "Hey, Keg, we're gonna get it sent out to you." But it looks like he was having a good time. Everybody was having a great time talking to him and that. And then just a few minutes ago, M's dad what is or was live. I don't know if he is. I was on there for a tiny bit, but I had to get off to get started with this. But I was talking to Ivy in that chat she was on. She said to say hi to JoJo for her. And everybody, if you don't know Ivy Areno, she's from the Netherlands, from Amsterdam. She's got a wonderful channel. She does some wonderful travel videos and stuff and some footage. So if you're interested, take a look at her channel, Ivy Areno. Ivy, I'll type it in the chat here quickly. Very nice lady. Whoops. There we are, Ivy Areno. But yes, she has a great channel, and she comes on the chat here once in a while. Drone journey, just a test flight. Oh, okay, well that's great, Lee. It looked beautiful to me, at least. Drone journey saying weather's bad. Had to keep my batteries going. Oh, okay, okay. Tina Stewart, he was live. Yes, Keg was live. Must have been probably evening for him, but it would have been early morning for us. I didn't catch him live. He was off the air by the time we were up. So I rewatched him. I didn't get the whole thing, but I got a good portion, about 3/4 of it. But he seemed like he's having some fun. Desmond's Donders, bad weather, drone journey. I thought that was the land of milk and honey. Oh, geez. G Money Strong Outdoors. Good afternoon. How are you, buddy? It's good to see you. I hope you're having a good one. I hope you are having a good one. So what does everybody else have going on this weekend? Anything exciting? Any major plans for their week? Ooh, I'll lose myself here in my chair. Anybody else have anything exciting going on today? Oh my gosh, look who it is. Look who it is. Mim, how you doing? It's good to see you. Everybody, Mim's in the chat. You'll see him as M-I-M. Great gentleman. He lives in Denmark, and that originally from Thailand, but Mim lives in Denmark with his girlfriend, and that has a wonderful channel. If it wasn't for Mim, everybody, I would have never gone live. I watched his lives just after I started for a while, and I still watch them, but that's where I had the idea of going live. But it's good to see him, Mim. Everybody say hello to Mim. Everybody check each other out. You know, if there's somebody you don't know, or if there's something you're interested in that you didn't know you had an interest, leave them a message so you know, they can check your channel out as well. You might find your latest new interest or one of your new friends in that on here. Raising 7 Munchkins. How are you? It's good to see you. It is nice to see you. Desmond's Donders. No, I'm grounded, so just editing. Well, you know, I'll probably try a little bit of editing, maybe Saturday or Sunday. I need Joe's assistance with it, but we have some footage from last weekend, so we'll have to get to that. And Joe's trying to make us a new banner, so we'll get that worked on. And oh, look at this! Mim saying just got back from Sweden and dropped the first vid from it. Oh, okay, Mim. I will definitely, everybody check out Mim, and check out, it looks like he's got a new video, so take a look at that. I'm going to take a look at it later this afternoon or just after supper, Mim. I will get to it. It just might be a couple hours, okay, my friend? Because after I do this, I always go over to pick my son up and they get my wife and my daughter. So, but I will get to it. I promise, Mim. You know I will. Recette Fade Maison. Hi, my friend. Bonjour. Sorry, I'm terrible at French, but bonjour. How are you? It's nice to see you. Bonjour, mon ami. How's that? Hello. Money Strong Outdoors. Snow goose hunting tomorrow morning. Deer hunting Sunday. Garrett keeps me busy. Laugh out loud. Bringing his cameras like a full-time job. Cameraman is like a full-time job. That's awesome. Oh, Gemma's Journey Grace. Hi, Gemma. How are you? It's nice to see you. Mim, you were too kind. Oh, Mim, you know I will. I just, sometimes like I say to everybody, sometimes I can't right the second after I finish just because I usually pick my son up and my wife, but on the weekends I pick my daughter up. So, but yeah, no, I will get to everything later on this evening. Oh, Michelle, is it Michelle? I know it's Michelle Verico or Vericio. If I mispronounce it, my apologies. I know I screw names up all the time, so it's not the first time. Michelle, it's great to see you. Welcome, Michelle, everybody. And Recette Fade Mazon, how are you? Very well. And unfortunately, my French is très. It's no good. Very. What's small, Joe? Not très bien. That's very well. It's very small. My wife is French, but I'm not great with that, my friend. I apologize. Gemma, I'm good. I hope you're doing well too. Oh man, no worries, my friend. No worries. Yes, Raising 7 Munchkins. Joe, could you please put Ivy Areno's link in the chat, please? If you could do that, I would greatly appreciate it. But Raising 7 Munchkins, I will get my wife, if she's able to pop Ivy Areno's link in the chat, okay? Drone Journey. This is like a social news channel with all the tickers. Lee, like that. I'm testing out OBS, and I like it. I'm gonna do a few things. This is just the beginning, but anyways, it is what it is. Sylvia, how are you, Sylvia W? It's nice to see you. You know what I need? I need the. Let me do this. If I maybe lower it. Yeah. You know, let me do that. That's better. That way I can read, and then I'm not looking up like that. Let me see here. The Purchards. Oh, hi, Marie. How are you? It's good to see you. Popping in with a quick hi. Everybody check out The Purchards. Marie, you had a great video on that today. Is that a new place for Keg and I when we come? I'm just teasing. Anyways, it's nice to see you, Marie. Welcome. I know you might be just here for a second, but welcome anyways, Marie. It's nice to see you. Not Your Average JoJo. So Raising 7 Munchkins, my wife, Not Your Average JoJo, popped in the link for Ivy Areno. So if you click on that, you'll see her channel. She has a wonderful channel. Yes, and Marie, if you see Not Your Average JoJo, that's JoJo G. That's my wife. She just changed the name. Just thought she'd switch it up a bit. Better at the bottom laugh out loud. Hilarious. Maybe it would be. I'll test it out later. Drone Journey. Yes, Raising 7 Munchkins. Thanks. I just got Ivy. Looks great channel. She is fantastic. And if you go, maybe she's changed it in the last day or two. But if you go to her channel, the coverage of the footage of the photography at the beginning, like the banner, looks amazing. I mean, she may have changed it in the last couple of days, but it did look amazing the last time, and I'm sure it does still. Recette Fade Mazon. I want just to say hello and have a nice and warm dreamer. You're the best, my friend. Goodbye. Thank you so much, my friend. I hope you have a wonderful weekend, and welcome, and you have a great weekend. Thank you so much for coming. I really appreciate it. You have a wonderful weekend. Good News Travelers. Hey there, first time here. Well, you know what? Welcome, and everybody say hi to Good News Travelers. I will definitely check you out. I can't do it while I'm live exactly right now, but I will check you out. You know what, everybody, if you check out Good News Travelers, just leave them a message. But welcome. I really appreciate it. It's very happy to have you here, and happy to have everybody here. Purchase, haha. Yeah, I bought you just a cozy little retirement bungalow. That's where Big Keg was driving to in his vlog. Yeah. Oh, jeez. Oh my gosh, I love that. Martin looks like he's been busy. Looks like you both been very busy with that, Marie. Bonsoir, mon ami. Yes, Joe. Bonsoir, mon ami. That's exactly it. And I'm sure Sylvia's like, Jeff, do not try to speak French. Unfortunately, Sylvia, I used to try to speak French to my wife because, here, we learn French, but we learn the basics, the verbs and all that conjugation. And I tried to put a few sentences together, and my wife says I told myself to do something to my head or something. It was pretty funny because it's just like, when you translate, you can't translate from English to French like I think you can, and I buggered it up royally. Drone Journey. I now have to make bread from all over the world. I introduced this on my drone channel. Laugh out loud. Lee, I love it, my friend. And I love it, I love it, I love it. I wish Kay could hear me say that right now. Okay, yeah, Mom, well, I believe I'm going to get going. No worries, I was just stopping by. No worries. It was great to have you here, and you know what? I thank you very much for coming. I really do. I mean, it's Friday, and you know what? I hope you have a great weekend. It was nice to have you here today, okay? Thank you so much for coming. I appreciate it. I do. Sylvie says, practice makes perfect, never any shade. Oh, gosh, I butcher it, unfortunately, Sylvie. I wish that I was a little, I wish I was fluent in something other than this. Some may say I'm not even fluent in this language, but, yeah, no, I would love to learn, and, I'm just probably a little too old for it, but, I know when somebody's telling me off. I've had plenty of years of that. Sylvia says, I'm not fluent, I get stuck on words. Oh, Sylvia, I'm terrible. I mean, my wife speaks French all day at work, but she does well, but I mean, that's what she spoke, that's what she spoke when she grew up. I mean, she spoke English as well, but she grew up speaking both when she was younger. Let's see where we are. It's so warm in here today. It's not usually this hot. It's not usually this hot. What was I going to say here? Let me move that over there. Let's see. Sylvia, you're never too old. Well, no, but my wife says I'm very, very impatient. I joke around with everybody on here, but when my wife is trying to teach me something, if it's her, I get all fumbled up with things. So I usually, she's like, she just walks away at that point. She says, okay, enough's enough. She says, you do it yourself then. Oh, gosh. Gemma's Journey Grace, you're becoming one of our top live streamers. I watched, Gemma. Oh, geez. Well, thanks a lot, Gemma. I do appreciate it. It's a different time, at 2 o'clock. It might be good for some people. They might just be finishing dinner. So I do appreciate it. I really do. And it's a good time for me. After dinner, our time is a little different. Everybody's home. Everybody's got a lot of things going on with family, so our time, it's a little different, but this time of the day for me is definitely a great time. So, but I hope, I'm very humbled that even a soul comes here, so thank you very much. Oh, geez, San Diego Barbie, how are you? It's good to see you. Don't tell Jeff, but we will do your challenge. Okay, Good News Travels City of the Day. Where are you located? London, Ontario, Canada. About halfway between Toronto and Detroit, if that makes sense. I'm just on Lake Erie. San Diego Barbie, hi, how are you? Drone Journey Jojo, you need a better man. Maybe Jojo's moderator. Oh, geez, Lee. Thanks so much, my friend. Thank you so much. Ma'am, see you guys later. I have to go to work now. Oh, no worries, ma'am. I'll talk to you later. I'd like to talk to you, see how that's all going for you, my friend. Have a great one, okay? We'll talk to you later. Have a nice weekend, my friend. From Zero to Homestead. Howdy, folks. How are you? It's good to see you. It is good to see you, my friend. Gosh, it's going a little quicker than I thought. Better Man, Better Off. Man, I like that name. I do like that name. I don't think I've seen that name. I do like that name. Welcome, Better Man, Better Off. That's not Drone Journey or anything that made another channel, is it? No, I do like that channel, Better Man, Better Off. And is that the number 39? Yeah, it sure looks like it. Oh, wow, you're in North Carolina. Wow, that's amazing. I've been through North Carolina many times on the way down to Myrtle Beach and stuff. We used to go Michigan, Ohio, Kentucky, Tennessee, North Carolina, South Carolina. And we did that every summer in August, I think till I was about 18 or 19 years old. But, yeah, beautiful place, North Carolina. I always say to my wife, when you first start coming in from Tennessee into North Carolina, the forest, the trees and stuff, those big, long, tall wooded trees and stuff like that. If you were here in Canada, in northern Ontario, that's what you see. Everywhere up north looks like that. So my wife, I said to her, she's never been in North Carolina, but I always said to her, if we ever went down south like that, you would see exactly what you see up north. I mean, it changes drastically as you start to go into the state, but the first sight, that's exactly what it looks like. It's nice to see you. Thank you very much for coming. Everybody, welcome. Better man, better off. I appreciate for you coming. Thank you. Oh, Good News Travelers, Las Vegas here. Wow. Do you like the Vegas Knights or the Golden Knights? My wife Jojo and I, we ended up we watched the hockey playoffs, and that Marc-Andre Fleury, what a goalie! He sure was. That team was fantastic. You know what? To get there with the Capitals with Ovechkin and that, those two teams, I couldn't have asked for a better playoff series last year. But welcome. Thank you very much for coming. I really appreciate it. It's one place that my wife and I have never been, and we always talk, we wouldn't mind going there. You know, some people go for a couple days and that, but I always said, you know, it'd be kind of nice to go like for 4 or 5 days. I'd love to see the Hoover Dam and what do you call it, the Grand Canyon and stuff. I'm not much of a gambler, but I think there's so many other tourist things to see in that in Vegas. I'd love to go there. I've heard there's so many wonderful things to see there. And Desmond's Donders from Scotland just joining in. Green Wizard, oh my gosh, it's Ron Netzel. How are you? Good afternoon. I'm not trying to put you out there, Green Wizard, but Green Wizard, thank you very much for dropping in. It's nice to see you. I hope I should, you know what, I'm not going to lie, I haven't been over to Mrs. Green Thumbs in a while. I think the last time she was traveling, she was in the big rig and they were on their travels and stuff. So I'll have to get back over to see her. Green Wizard, thank you so much for coming, Ron. I appreciate it. WTF, Mike Albright. Hey, Mike, how are you? It's good to see you. I'm losing my voice here. It's nice to see you, buddy. Let's see where we are here. Good News Travelers, just outside of the Strip. Yeah, I imagine that is beautiful. I have my mom's one friend. She lives here in Canada for 6 months, and then she goes to Vegas for 6 months. She has a place. She's lived there for, I think, 25 years or so. But she loves going back and forth. If she could switch things up, she'd probably just move and stay there. Green Wizard, all good, buddy. Yeah, no, you know, sometimes we get places, sometimes we don't, but yeah, I hear what you're saying. Thanks very much, Ron. I do appreciate it. And I haven't got as much things as I like with that GoPro, buddy, but we've shot some last weekend, and we just need to do some editing and get pretty much a second video up with it. But how are you enjoying it? I like that I see there was an update to it, and it fixed that stabilization, because I noticed when we first started using it, it would go like it would like go in clips, and then the next frame would like jump. I see their stabilization update fix that. But one thing I have to do, we tried time lapse with it last weekend. Got it home. My wife's like, she filmed. We have this little GoPro thing she got me for Christmas. It's like a kit. I think it comes from Amazon for $20 or $30, and you get all the different attachments for the car and everything. Anyway, she put it in the car on the dash, and she filmed all the way to the park we were headed to last weekend. She got some great footage, but the only problem is when we got home, we thought it time lapsed, but all it took like 433 photos. So I don't know. There's probably a way for the time lapse to work. We just haven't figured it out yet. We'll have to read up on it. Michelle says, I'm eating pasta and turkey balls for lunch. Oh my gosh, does that ever sound good? That sounds delicious. Oh, San Diego Barbie, good news. What's the good news, San Diego Barbie? I mean, if you want to share, it's up to you. Sylvia, my in-laws went to Vegas for Christmas. They took helicopter rides to the Grand Canyon. Didn't know Grand Canyon was near there. Yes, I think it's, what's it? Is it 4 or 6 hours to get there? I'm not 100% sure. I think it's the tip, like the beginning is just so many hours. But if you want to go all the way around, it's something like 4 to 6 hours or something. But I said to Joe, if we were going, there's no way I'd miss it. I think it. I think it would be something we'd have to see, because how many times are you going to go? So I'd love to go see that. Green Wizard says, I was going to run in the storm last night, but not enough snow to use it. The last 2 days here, Ron, it snowed. We had a little bit of a blizzard yesterday morning, and it was about -10 this morning, and then with a wind chill like close to -16 or -17, so it was bloody cold here. But it's so funny. If you looked outside, the sun's coming in. It's absolutely beautiful. But it's in the winter here. If the sun's out, it means it's cold. It never is warm here. Good news, travelers. 3 hours drive away. Oh, okay. Yeah, I think I don't. Unfortunately, I know nothing about it. Just what I've heard. But I think, you know what? If you were to go, you have to go. Why go all that way without seeing it? I mean, I guess if you only had a day or two, it might make a difference. But if you had a few days, I think it'd be something people should go see. I mean, I'm not trying to promote it, but at least something I'd like to see. I'm sure a lot of people would too. Pritchard's, anyone in here in Arizona watched the program last night about the bridge which was bought from London? I want to visit so bad. Well, Marie, I was talking to somebody here. It's good news. Give me a second. Let me see. Is it Good News Travels? Let me see. Good News Travelers is from Vegas, so they might be able to talk to you about it, Marie. But yeah, I think it'd be absolutely beautiful to go there. It would be absolutely beautiful. Sebastian, how you doing, my friend? Pond and more. Hi, Jeff. Chat quick hi and try to jump in later. Oh yeah, no worries, Sebastian. I know you're busy in that, but I appreciate it, my friend. Have a good one, my friend. Have a good weekend if I don't talk to you till later, okay? Have a nice one. And Green Wizard says Saturday we should see more. I'll try again for the GoPro video. That'd be great. I've been watching a little bit more. There's a fella, I can't remember his last name, but he lives in Bali. Ron, you know what I'm gonna do? If I have his channel in my list somewhere, but his name's Pascal something. He is like the grand master of the GoPro as far as I think he was a cinematographer, and he quit what he was doing and he moved to Bali. And if you saw his footage, he knows exactly what he's doing. This fella, he's more than the GoPro, but this fella does some edits with the GoPro, and it's amazing. It looks like film footage, the stuff that he does, and that he's got some underwater footage. It's but he explains how to walk with your gimbal and stuff, how to walk a certain way. So there's absolutely it's so stable. It's like there's great stabilization with it, but just like everything, things move a little bit. But the way he was showing how to walk to do like a selfie or whatever with this, he even showed how to do it without the GoPro. Amazing. But I'll have to get that fella's name and I'll send it to you, my friend, because it's the guy's amazing. Papa roams outdoors. Hey everybody, I hope all is well. Yes, it's Friday. Papa roams. It is Friday, so that's a good thing. Michelle says, you mean in Lake Havasu City in Arizona? That could be it, Michelle. Maybe I'm not. I know you're talking about somebody else. Yes, Jojo. That would be amazing seeing that from Green Wizard, wouldn't it? Jojo, Green Wizard is Ron Netzel. You know Ron Netzel? He's on Mrs. Green Thumbs. That's his second channel. Ron's a great guy. Just before we got the GoPro, he was talking to me about it and stuff on Mrs. Green Thumbs channel and that. So yeah, no, Ron's a real nice fella in that Green Wizard on this channel here right now. Good News Travelers, London Bridge is Lake Havasu, Arizona. Okay, I did not know that. Green Wizard says, I'll post it on my other channel. This is just a book channel. Okay. Thank you, Joe. So, Green Wizard, Ron, Joe just posted the GoPro fellow that I was talking about, Pascal Bizel, or Bizel. I'm probably misnaming his last name, but Pascal, I found his channel about a month ago, about 2:30 on a Friday or Saturday evening, and I think I spent almost 2 hours watching videos by this fella. Joe, I'm going to use the word, okay? Close your ears. Brilliant. That's all I can say. The guy's footage, not like anything I've ever seen. I've seen great like GoPro footage, but just everything he does, like this guy is, I think he's a cinematographer. He's just amazing. Can't say enough about that fella. Sylvia W says it's freezing here in Quebec. I can imagine. I imagine it's a lot colder there, Sylvia, than it is here. But you know what? The reason I said it's so cold, this is the first really like cold cold weather we've had, really. I mean, we've had a little bit of, minus whatever, but this is the coldest spot that we've had so far. WTF, Mike Albright, where's JoJo? Well, she's at work right now, so she might be in the chat, Mike, I'm not sure. She works in an insurance company, so she keeps an earpiece in, and she'll keep her phone on and by her desk, and so when she's not busy, she'll look down and type. But if she gets a phone call or she has to go into a meeting or something, she takes it out and then off she goes. But it looks like she is in the chat, just a couple lines down, but I didn't know she was still here. Dan Anderson, how you doing? It's good to see you. Brother, God bless you. Yes, God bless you too, Dan. It's nice to see you, my friend. Green Wizard, I grabbed it. Good, yeah, I think you like this Green Wizard. You really were. You will. Mike says upstairs. No. She's at work. She works downtown, which is about a good 20 minutes away. But during the live, she tries to get on. She can't always, but she usually tries to get on for a tiny bit. Michelle says, I've been in Arizona for 15 years. I'm from Stamford, Connecticut originally. Oh, wow. You know what? I'd love to go to Connecticut. I've been out east, but I've never been to Connecticut. I think we went out east in eastern Canada when I was about 12 years old back in the 80s, about 1982 or 83. And I think we went through Quebec, and then we went into, I think it was New Hampshire, Maine, and Vermont. Those are the three states we went into, then up into like either New Brunswick or Nova Scotia. I was a kid, I can't remember 100%, but I know those three states that we did go through. But unfortunately, we didn't see Connecticut, but I would love to see it. Good news, travelers. Great to talk to everyone. Have a great day, night all. Gotta run, send errands. No worries. You know what? I really appreciate you for coming, and have a great weekend, okay? Everybody say bye to Good News Travelers. Thanks again, okay? Have a good one. Dan Ashton, thanks for support, guys. Mad respect. Thanks, Dan. I appreciate it. Oh my gosh, look who it is from down under. It's Mia, Aussie 1968. Good morning. How are you? You know what? I'm sorry that when I talk to Keg next, I'm going to apologize to him. It was just when he was live, it was probably early morning for us. We didn't see it. His live was done by the time we were up and showered. But I did get to see it. I saw that you and Ivy Arena were both on his. I'm sure there was other people, but I saw you, Mia, and Ivy Arena. Keg looked like he was having a good time. He did. It's nice to see you, Mia. Thank you so much for coming. I'm glad that you were able to get out of the hospital. I hope you're feeling well. I hope you're feeling better. That's what I meant. Sorry. Sylvia W says, I used to walk downtown, 15-minute walk when I lived there, Jeff. Yeah, my wife, she works just right downtown, and she likes she likes it down there, but I don't know where I was going with that. Sylvie says, I want to go to Vermont. I'd like to go back out there too. And like I said, we literally drove through there. We went down in Quebec and down that way when I was a little kid, or teenager, I guess. And it's so funny when I think back at the time my parents went out east with us little kids and that. And at the time, I so didn't want to go there. I want to go to some, like, in my head, I thought, I want to go some fun place, like some island or something. Now that I look back at it at my age now, I love to go there. That at this point in my life, that's where I love, you know what I mean? There's different places you'd like to see it as an adult, where as a kid, either you want to stay home or you want to go, to the touristy stuff and that. But yeah, I'd like to go that would be beautiful, I imagine. Mike says, so you're born in 1970? No, actually, Mike, I was born in the 60s, actually. I'm an old man. I turned 49 last month, and I will be this year. I was born in '69, so this year I will be 50 in December at the end of this year. I'm a very old man. Oh gosh, Mike, yeah, I'm an older man now. Oh well, as my kids always say, Dad, you're old. But no, I know it's not old. But yeah, I'll be 50 years old at the end of the year, Mike. I think what's his name? Not what's his name. I couldn't think of his name off the top of my head just because, oh gosh, Bob was, every time he thinks of it, he says, there's no way. I said, oh yeah, Bob, I'm totally older than you. Yes, Joe, Sylvia lived here years ago. I think I remember her saying that her son I think either went to Fanshawe or to Western and stuff like that. I remember that. Ozzy, 1968. I'm much better, thank you. Oh, good at me. I'm glad of that. And Joe, Sylvia lives, as far as I can remember, Sylvia lives in Ottawa now. I'm pretty sure she lives in Ottawa now. What did I miss there? I missed. Yes, Joe. Sylvia says, in 2011, my son went there to Fanshawe and got his diploma. That is amazing. Sylvia, Fanshawe's got so big the last couple of years. They've added so many different things, like different residences and different buildings there. They closed off the one entrance to the college. Now it's all parking at the front, and there's so many different things they've added at that school. It's they've really done a nice job in that, but it's just growing, I guess. I remember back in the early 90s, I went there for a business marketing course. I thought I wanted to be into marketing. That wasn't me, but I took a business marketing course there for a year. So at the time I moved to London in 1996, but between 92 and 93 I lived here for a year, and I lived in the good old East End of London, and I went to Fanshawe for a year. Desmond's Donders, have to go see you all again next time. Desmond's Donders, thanks a lot, David. Have a good weekend, okay, my friend. Sorry if I was getting boring there. Sylvia says, my son went to shopping in Burlington, Vermont. He went to school in Montreal. Guess it's close. Yeah, I hear it is. Unfortunately, I've never... Sylvia, I've been to Quebec City, and I know Quebec, I love it, but I've never, ever been to Montreal. I remember when we were younger, my buddy and I always said, oh, it's only 8 hours. I think it's 8 hours to Montreal. We always talked about, oh, we'll go to Montreal, but 8 hours is so far. Now, over the years, I've made like 10-hour trips like it's nothing. But I guess when you're younger, you don't realize. Oh, Purchase. Hey, Jeff, a little music question. I thought you heard music. I was like, oh my gosh, what's going on here? Let's see. Hey, Jeff, a little question. Do you like REO Speedwagon? Been playing them all day. Yes, Kevin Cronin from REO Speedwagon. I was in grade 6 or 7 when High Infidelity came out in, would that have been 80 or 81 or something like that, I think. I can't remember exactly, but yeah, High Infidelity. Oh my gosh, that was a great album. Marie, when I think of the 80s, I think of the early 80s. I love me some Journey, Foreigner, REO Speedwagon. Journey was quite those bands, oh my gosh, they had some great bands in the early 80s, didn't they? Sylvia W. Fanshawe, 1 year, a semester at UW. Oh, that's awesome. That is great. Good for him. You don't have to tell me where he is, but does he live down your way now, Sylvia? Like I said, you don't have to tell me, but did he move down your way, or did he stay out this way? I mean, it's none of my business. I just wondered. Ozzy, 1968. Jeff, Jojo, and when he wakes up, Big Keg, I do not know how to thank you. What? And Jeff, Jojo, and wakes up, Big Keg, I do not know how to thank you. I have 40 subscribers. It's all because of you guys. I'm truly humbled. Oh, Mia, that's well, if you're talking about Big Keg, we'll when he next time we'll see him, we'll tell him. That is awesome. I'm glad that Keg's able to help you out, Mia. He's such a nice fella. You know what? That couple that his friends that I think he was sad in that sense that he was moving away, from his daughter and his grandchildren and stuff, and also from his friends. Unfortunately, I don't know their names. I think it's Kathy and I don't know the husband or boyfriend's name, but Moonshine Inspirations. That couple, I think she was Australian. He's from like Chicago or something, or from the States somewhere, but he'd been friends with them for years, and I think he was going to miss them, but I don't think he's that far, a few hours away, so I imagine they can probably see each other once in a while. But yeah, we'll tell Big Keg for sure, Mia. That's awesome. He certainly is a nice fella, isn't he? He certainly is. Sylvie W. No rural Western Quebec. I'm near 1.5 hours. Oh gosh, okay. I'm sorry about that, Sylvie. I apologize. I'm an hour and a half from Ottawa. Apologize, Sylvie. Okay. Cole Outdoors. What's new, everybody? Well, it's Friday, Cole. How you doing? Getting ready for the weekend. It's about 10 to 3 here, 2:49. I'll probably stay on for another 10 minutes, and then I'll close it down because it's Friday. Let everybody get to whatever they need to do for the weekend and that. But it certainly has been great. I need some more water. I think I'm losing my voice here. On the weekend at some point, hopefully Sunday, I'll get my wife on here. We'll do the the Jeff and JoJo show together. Probably be Sunday night, but I'm not 100% sure. Usually we do that Sunday night because we take my daughter back home to her mom's, and then we'll go on later. So it'll probably be Sunday evening. Sylvia W., I live on my reserve, a native band. Okay, that's awesome. But I didn't know, Sylvia, you were an hour and a half from Ottawa. For some goofy reason, I thought you were right in Ottawa, but that's not bad. An hour and a half's not bad at all. Not bad at all. How far back am I, everybody? I must be back. What's that? Oh, not your average JoJo. Oh, great. You couldn't resist, right? Yeah. You know me. I have to get going. Oh my God, then I need to pull my finger out and work out, finish up my videos. Oh, sorry, Joe. Oh, no worries, Marie. No worries. Drew's Food Reviews. Journey's my favorite band. Oh my gosh, they were too. I love Steve Perry. I loved him. Sylvie W., he's in Gatineau beside Ottawa. Okay. Yes. You know, I've not been there. I don't think I've been to Gatineau, Sylvia. That's amazing. Sylvia. My other son works in the Yukon. Does he really? Be here anytime. Fly in and fly out. Oh my gosh, Sylvia, that's amazing. Have you ever been out to Yukon? I've never been out west, so... Ozzy, 1968. I think I'll have to adopt Big Keg, my new big brother. Oh, he certainly is a good fella, isn't he, Mia? He certainly is a real nice fella. Joe and I love him. He's a great guy. We think of him often and think, you know, it's hard to believe we're talking to you and Keg, Mia, you know, half a world away. But just like everybody else, it's hard to believe, you know, talking to Marie, like in the UK, Desmond Saunders, Gemma, everybody else, you know, down in the States and all over the place. But it certainly is nice to think you can come on here and talk to people. Jojo says, I love it, I love it, I love it. That should make Big K appear. Yeah, it does always, doesn't it? It usually does. But no, I imagine Joe, he was up doing his live, so I don't think we'll see him today. Mickey at work stopping by to say hi. Hey, Mickey, it's good to see you. Thanks very much. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. It's good to see you, Joseph Girl. Hey, buddy, how are you? Joseph, I saw you on M's Dad, but I had to get going. I had to start the stream, so I didn't stay on. I didn't mean to say not to say goodbye to John, but I had to get going, unfortunately. Any good movies on tonight, Joseph? Here's food reviews, Miss Mouse. I love it. I love it. Oh, Mickey, no worries, no worries. You know, like I said, I try to get to everyone's, but I sometimes miss them once in a while, so I apologize when I do. Pictures, not your average JoJo. Put me on the naughty step. Oh, geez, Marie, I love it. Oh my gosh, how's everybody doing? You know what? Pretty good, Joseph. It's Friday. Excuse me. It's Friday. Can't be better. You know what? Gonna start the weekend shortly, so I can't complain at all. Ozzy 1968, Mia saying, I would love some advice. What simple video edit program would be good for me to start with? I've tried many and they're rubbish. You know what? I'm sure a lot of people could answer it better than I could, Mia. Joe and I went with a program called Filmora. Doesn't mean that's great for you. For us, we used another one, but it was super complicated. It was called Hit Films. And that one was super complicated. That you had to do everything. There wasn't preloaded things, but Filmora does have a lot of options where if you go through some tutorials and stuff, I would say it's fairly simple to use. But there's tons of them. That's just one that's the one we use, but it doesn't mean that's for everybody else. That's just the one that we use, and it's fairly cheap. I think it was just under $40. You know, they give you the price, and then when you don't want it, you close it down. When you exit to close it down, all of a sudden they give you a wonderful price. They reduce it half. They go from like $79 down to $39 or something in 2 seconds if you want to buy it now. But I think there's free ones too. I think some of the free editing programs give you like watermarks on. I don't think all of them do, but I'm sure there's other people in the chat could probably tell you definitely free ones too that are they're great. There's tons of them out there. I wonder if it's just a matter of taking a look, but that's the ones we use. But if anybody else could recommend a great editing program for Mia, Mia is Aussie 1968. Everybody, and she's a wonderful woman that comes on here. She's from down under, from Australia. So she's just asking if anybody could recommend a good editing program for videos and stuff for film. Sylvie says they call it Gatineau. It's a super city now, like Ottawa. Okay. And Sylvia W saying I use Video Show on my phone. That could definitely be a good one too. Okay, gotta get going. No worries, Sylvia. It was nice to have you here. Have a nice weekend, Sylvia. Thanks again. I appreciate it. And Mia, the Perchers are saying I use Movie Maker, which is free and pretty good. So yeah, you're getting some great ones. Sylvia says Video Show. Marie from the Perchers says a movie Maker. So I'm sure there's going to be some other ones here. Joseph says he's doing good. Ozzy 1968 says poor Big Keg. He was doing the Lizzie dance last night in a case, swatting Mozzie's laugh. I'll have to look out what Mozzies are, Mia. Joseph Troll, not Troll. Joseph Grohl says, I'm not sure, but I watched a Bronx Tale yesterday. My gosh, I haven't seen that in years. Bronx Tale, is that De Niro or is that Leonardo DiCaprio? I can't remember. There's two Bronx ones, but I don't know if one's with DiCaprio or with Robert De Niro. But I think I remember the one you're talking about. Oh, Sky Pilot. Oh my gosh. So Ozzy 1968. If you know Sky Pilot, fantastic. But Ozzy 1968, Mia, if you don't know Sky Pilot, check his channel out, Mia. Sky Pilot, the lady I'm talking about, her name's Mia. Her channel's called Ozzy 1968. She's from down under too, mate. Mia is a wonderful woman that we met through Big Keg. And Sky Pilot knows Big Keg as well, Mia. So if you don't know Sky Pilot, you should check him out. He's a great fella. He was a fella that I met right at the beginning when I first started YouTube. And been friends with him on here since the beginning. So, yeah, Sky Pilot's a wonderful fella, Mia. It's good to see Sky Pilot. It certainly is. Florida Pirate, it's good to see him. It's great to see everybody today. Thank you so much for coming. Let me see here. Let me see. I'm a little far behind in the chat, everybody. Oh my gosh, look who it is. Fireman CV. Slam that like button. Show your support. Fireman CV, thanks, my friend. I thank you. Oh, I love it. If I say I love it, Big Keg will just poof up here, right? It's good to see you, Fireman CV. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Ozzy 1968. Oh my God, not the Lizzie dance, the Mozzie dance, laugh out loud. I am gonna have to look that up. Ozzy 1968. I don't know what the Mozzie dance is. Yes, hello, Fireman CV. Everybody, check out Fireman CV. Everybody, check each other out. Sky Pilot. You know what? If there's somebody here that you've never met, check them out. Leave them a message. There's some great channels on here. Great channels. If you're needing assistance with your videos and with your the way you broadcast, if you were looking to go through like OBS or how do I put that? Set up your lives a different way. The gentleman Fireman CV that isn't in the chat, if you go through his channel and check some of his videos out, I said it before, but it's probably one of the best that I've seen. He puts it into perspective, so you're not watching like one video that's 30 or 40 minutes and all of a sudden at the end go, what did I just see? After you watch it, it's step by step. So here's one video, tell you how to install it. The next one will tell you how to add this one, vice versa. But he puts them all individually, so it's fantastic. So if you know how to do this already, that's fine. You can go on to another one. But it goes step by step, and they're not long. They're like 6-8 minutes or maybe a little shorter, a little longer. But they're fantastic. It's a great way to go through it, and the results are fantastic. But yeah, I can't say enough about it. Where are we here? Ozzy 1968 says, I woke up being trolled this morning. It was not nice, but now in here, so feel much better. I'm sorry to hear that, Mia. I am sorry to hear that. Ozzy 1968, Mozzies, aka mosquitoes. You know what? The first time I ever ran into the mosquitoes, like I'd never seen them anything. We got off the plane in Alice Springs, and I remember somebody saying, once you get there to Alice Springs, watch out. I still remember, literally the second you got off the plane, the mosquitoes, the flies, were going right towards your eyeballs, I guess, for the moisture. I never seen anything like it before in my life, ever. Yes, okay, Joseph Grohl says Robert De Niro. I thought it was De Niro. I thought it's either De Niro or DiCaprio. I wasn't too sure which one only. On it now, mate. Okay, good. Oh, good, Sky Pellet. Yeah, if you don't know Ozzy, 1968, she's a wonderful woman. I met her through Big Keg, and we all love Keg, Big Keg, everybody. PMDB Paul, I'm sorry about that. PMDB Entertainment. How you doing, Paul? It's nice to see you. Holzer Fishing, how are you? So Fireman CV, I just want to make quick. I went to Streamlabs and downloaded what we're talking about. I guess it takes 24 hours to verification. So once we get that, maybe on the weekend I'll play around with it, see if I can get what we're talking about working. But anyways, thank you so much, my friend. I really do appreciate I really appreciate it. Vanessa Kitty, how are you? It's nice to see you. Ozzy, oi. Oh my gosh, Mia, I love it. If I keep saying it, Keg's coming, right? No, I'm just teasing. Learning habit. How are you? Sorry, everybody. You know what it is? These glasses, if I look straight on everywhere, I have no problem. My problem is when they change these, they put bifocals. You get an older bifocals in them, and with the bifocals, you're supposed to be able to focus, but they didn't seem to work. So I have to either go like this or take them off completely, and nobody wants to look at this ugly mug. So better put these things on again. Oh, Bob, how you doing, my friend? Everybody, Gil Skills, Bob there. Hey, Bob, I know you're working in that, so you're busy in that off and on. But Bob, quick question: how you feeling? I know you had a headache, and that. I hope you're feeling better, my friend. I hope you are. And that. Oh my gosh, look at the two Fireman CV. I'm sure you already know him, but Fireman CV, right below you is M's dad, John from M's dad. He's in New York as well. M's dad, right above you is Fireman CD. Excuse me, John, M's dad. Right above you in the chat is Fireman CV. You probably already know him, but Fireman CV is a great channel as well. Oh my gosh, his channel is amazing. If you haven't checked him out or you don't know him, people, check out Fireman CV. M's dad, John, it's great to see you. I apologize I had to jump off. I was just going live at 2 and I had things I had to set up, that's all. Let's see. Oh, Ozzy 1968. You know what? We love having you here. We do love having you here. And Paul from PMDB Entertainment saying, hope everybody's good. We certainly are, my friend. We certainly are, Paul. I hope you're having a good one. I really do. Yeah, work gets in the way of YouTube, Joe. I know. I'm just joking. My wife's at work, so she's off and on. Not your average JoJo is my wife, and she's able to get on. She's got an earpiece, and when she has a couple minutes, she's able to go through the chat. But sometimes not. It is good to see M's dad and Fireman CV, isn't it, Bob? Gil Skills? It certainly is great to see everybody. I'm doing better. I had a bad case of blast yesterday. We all have that, but you know, sometimes sometimes just things kick you, don't they, Bob? And I know I felt that way, and I'm still kind of getting over like a scratchy throat and stuff. So, but you know, you keep trying. Fireman CV. I watched the chat video, and I need to tweak it, but I'm going to put the chat, I think, on the screen. I like the way it looked, and that I didn't figure it out just before I finished, so I thought instead of having it just sit, I had it and it wasn't completely done, so I thought I'll just turn it off until I get it all tweaked. But I'm going to put that on through your video on that. Everybody, if you check Fireman CV out, he will explain a lot of things with OBS and a lot of great videos. He has some great footage through New York and some just great instructional videos. Yeah, I think you'd really appreciate. You would appreciate it, and he does a great job. And his live streams. I'm going to get to some of his live streams. Oh my gosh, Gigi Adams. Joe, say hi to Gigi Adams. It's good to see you, buddy. It's nice to see you. Oh, Skypella, have a good one. I apologize I didn't... the chat sometimes goes quick, so I sometimes miss things. It was nice to have you here, mate. Love that you came. I hope you have a nice weekend, my friend. Hope you have a good weekend. Oh my gosh, in the woods with Wolfie. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. How are you? It's good to see you. So, John, M's dad, I see that I can't remember who sent you the shirt, but Joe, you'll have to go see John. He did M's dad did a live stream just before this, while he was on for a tiny bit before, and we'll have to go over because I want you to see. Somebody sent John a shirt, and it says M's dad with the EMS dad with the EMS like the EMS driver that looks like the ambulance and stuff, but looked like a maroonish reddish shirt, but it was beautifully looks like a really nice job. But I'm not sure who set it up for you, John, but they did a real nice job. Oh gosh, yes, Aussie 1968, scratchy throat, cup of tea, crushed aspirin, and a squirt of honey. Great throat relief. Oh, it doesn't take me much. I get so dry in the afternoon, but I drink a lot of water all the time, and it is what it is. Somebody asked if I was like a heavy smoker. I never smoked a day in my life. Well, I can't say I didn't try it, but I didn't smoke a day in my life. Joe, I'll check it out. Yeah, like, oh, Kitty Samsworth. Oh gosh, she's a nice young girl, isn't she? She is certainly a nice girl. M's dad, she is. But yeah, I like that. John, you got to get merchandise. I know you joked around with it, but not joked around with it, talked. But everybody would love one of those EMS. Something said EMS. M's dad. That's a fantastic logo, my friend. I love it. I love it. It's so funny because when we first met you, John, through your daughter Emma the Narwhal. When we first met you, John, Joe says, I wonder if he's an ambulance, like an EMS. I said, maybe he is. He must be. And I imagine that's what a lot of. But I guess it makes sense. M's dad, but or you could read it EMS dad. I love it. As I always say it, I love it. I love it. I love it. No, someone sent it to John, Joe, but. He definitely, that would be fantastic. When merchandise that said M's dad like that would be fantastic, John. Really would. I don't mean to keep saying it. I'm just saying it. It's a cool logo, John. 21090 Brewing. Hey Todd, how are you? Happy Friday. It's good to see you again. It's nice to see you, Joe. Oh, 21090 Brewing. Todd, I want to tell you. Joe said she texted my friend a couple hours ago, and him and his wife. He says, we'll get 4 tickets. So him and his wife and Joe and I, he said, we're going to go on a double date. So the 4 of us are going to go see Def Leppard, and I think it's July. But I think as long as you can get tickets today or tomorrow. I know you're right. John, it's such a cool logo. There's some great logos out there like Avatars, and would be a great fit as far as I'm seeing. There's so many different ways around it too. I mean, I don't know exactly how everybody goes through. I know of Teespring, but I know there's a lot of other ones out there too as well. Oh, Elena, how are you? Alina, is that better? Alina, it's nice to see you. It's our Russian friend. Thank you very much, Alina, for coming. I appreciate it. Hope you're having a good day. It's the weekend pretty much. Aussie 1968. At least you have a good, clear voice. It's easily understood. I'm doing my intro video with written words. My voice can barely understood. Not good. Well, you know what? I think everybody would love that Australian accent, Mia. I'm sure they would. Hey, all to just say hi. Well, Alina, it's good to see you. Thanks, Jeff. Oh, no worries, John. M's dad. No worries, John. No worries. Yes, and everybody, you see M's dad in the chat there. His daughter. I'll tell you, John's daughter, M's dad's daughter. That's how I got to meet M's dad. Through his daughter channel, Emma the Narwhal. My wife just dropped his link in there. Emma the Narwhal is a very nice young lady. She's a young girl. It's John's daughter now, everybody. Emma the Narwhal has a wonderful channel. If it wasn't for her, I wouldn't have hit my first 100 subscriber. So through that, we met M's dad, and we met a wonderful group of people, community and stuff. Just a wonderful group of people. And if you don't know them, if you go to M's dad, you'll meet a great bunch of people, a community that, a great bunch of people and friends that, it's great to go to other communities because you don't know who you're going to meet. You could, you know, something that you may not have even known existed or had an interest in, but you meet these people, great bunch of people, and you know what, you start to go into some lives, some videos, and next thing you know, oh, you know what, you're talking to these people all the time or every day or every couple days. But it's great to meet new people, and you know what, it certainly is great to meet each and every one of you. It certainly has been a wonderful, what's it been now, August, September, October, November, December, January, the beginning of February, it'll be 6 months on YouTube. So and we've loved every minute of it. We certainly have. Purchase. Hey, I gotta go, guys. Have a fabulous weekend. You too, Marie. It's nice to have you here. Thank you so much for coming. I appreciate it. Yes, JoJo's getting those leopard tickets in. Yeah, no, Joseph, I understand that, my friend. I understand that. Yes, you know what, Todd from 21090 Brewing, I didn't know, I told Joe about the Def Leppard. I read on one of the websites they were coming, and I thought, she'll never be interested. And my buddy had sent me a message the other day, and he says, hey, do you want to go? And I said, I don't know. And then I was talking to my wife last night, and she says, I love them. And I said, yeah, so do I. She says, I want to go. So she sent my buddy a message, and he said him and his wife are going, so he's going to get 4 tickets for the 4 of us. So we'll have a great time. It'll be a fun night out together. Yeah, Marie, say hi to Martin, and you both have a great weekend, my friend. Have a nice weekend. It was great to have you here. Thanks, guys. Oh, Em's dad, no worries, my friend, no worries. Oh my gosh, there she is. So everybody, you know, we were talking about her earlier, Ivy Areno. Ivy, there was a few people, we were talking about you, how, you know, you were on Big Keg's chat earlier, live earlier, and Aussie 1968, Mia, she's in here, or was in here, I don't know if she's still here, but Mia's here, or was here, and she was saying that she was talking to you, and you know what, we put your link up in the chat because somebody wanted to know your link, so we put it earlier on for you, Ivy, and I can't remember exactly, it was one of the people, I think from Vegas, I think, Joe, it was, they went to your channel and they said what a great channel you had. Joseph Grohl, I would wear an EMS shirt too. Yeah, so would I. I certainly would, Joseph Grohl. I think it's a cool thing. Joe and I are thinking of doing the same, like, not EMS Dad, I mean, of course, the Idiot of the Day logo, but we're thinking of doing something too. I think, you know, so many channels have great things, and why not put them out there? Let's put it this way. People are either going to grab them or not grab them, but I know EMS Dad, M's dad, they definitely will for sure. Just some of these logos are fantastic, and some of the different slogans that you could put out there within some of these merchandising programs. Just like Joe says, it can't hurt. All it is a website. You put it out there. They put it up on the site. People look at it. They can change the colors of the shirts, the colors of the t-shirts or sweatshirts or cups or whatever stickers, I guess. There's so many things you can do, and I think it's a great platform. It certainly is. Yes, Ivy's here, Joe. Ivy is here. Oh my gosh, look at I got a little behind here. I better hurry up and read through this here. 21090 Brewing, Todd saying, anybody have plans for the weekend? We're going snowing. We're getting snow on Saturday here in Maryland. I'm not sure, Todd, what we're doing, but there's been a few people talking. I'm not sure exactly what everybody's doing, but you know what? If you want to put it in the chat, that's great. Ivy says, send some of the snow here. We got none. Almost every country around us have it, but not us. Yeah, you're in Amsterdam, Netherlands, aren't you, Ivy? That's right. Aussie 1968 Mia says, my accent's a cross between Pommy and an Aussie, but my voice is so deep and raspy. When you're using those horrible, please speak your question phone calls, please try again. Mia, I love it. Todd says, you guys will have so much fun. Such a good concert, and Tesla's opening, so another great band. Oh my gosh, what's his name? Keith. What's his name? The singer. Gosh, yeah, I know Tesla, Hanging Tough, and the Great Radio Controversy. I remember that. I think I had that tape in the either '89 or '90, whenever that album came out. But Jeff Keith, is it Jeff Scott or Jeff Keith? Isn't that the singer of Tesla? Yeah, that. Are they actually opening for that tour? If they are, I'm looking forward to it. I haven't seen Tesla in many years. Ivy says, oh, my ears were ringing. I love it. Oh my gosh, Vera Boy Woods, how are you? It's good to see you. Excuse me here. Let me just take a sip. I apologize. You know, I need my sidekick or partner to help me navigate through this sometimes. Excuse me for this. Tara Free Sharpshooter Cope. Hey Tara, how are you? It's nice to see you. Oh, Ivy, no worries, no worries. Yeah, and we're gonna go. Joe says we're gonna go with some great friends and that friends I've been with since high school, since 1985, since grade 10, I guess. I've been good friends with him. Well, best friend in that since 85. So what's that? 34 years, most of my life. 2 ATVs in our life. How are you? It's good to see you. Oh yes, that's right, Tara. We hope everything's going well with your dad today. I hope everything, if he's had his operation or going to, we wish all the best for your dad and your family and yourself, Tara. Z68 says, I miss going to see bands. I just do crads. Yeah, you know what? I love music. I can't say enough. I grew up in the 80s, so to me, I lived in Toronto at the time, and I went to see a lot of concerts downtown Toronto. I lived in Toronto, and then as a teenager, I lived just outside of Detroit. And Detroit's Motor City. Oh my gosh, we saw a lot of concerts at Joe Louis in Detroit, and we saw a lot of heavy shows and rock shows in Detroit. Oh, Tara says we're under winter storm warning. I don't know. It's so funny because the sun's out here, so I'm not sure. Emstad says, Jeff, I'll check you later. Emma got home from school. Much love to you. Yeah, much love, Emstad. John, you take care. Say hi to Emma for us, okay? Have a good weekend, John. Thanks again for coming. Appreciate it. Joseph Grohl, I like Def Leppard, my favorite rock band. Yeah, you know what? I'll look forward to them. Take care, Emstad. Thanks a lot, John. I appreciate it. I do appreciate it. I'm a little behind everybody. Yes, Jeff Keith, that's it. Yes, Tesla's opening for them in Canada. Okay, Todd, I'll look forward to that. I really will. Good, Tara. I'm glad you're doing good. Good. Ah, yes. Ozzy's 1968 Mia says, I love Def Leppard, but love Alice Cooper. Oh my gosh, pre-1985. Yes. Yeah, that was, I think, you know what? I remember as a kid seeing Alice Cooper as a little kid on The Muppets. And he was doing School's Out Forever. Fitz at Bakes. Hey, Fitz, how you doing, buddy? It's good to see you. Joseph Girl says, I always wanted to create a logo, but kind of hard. Not sure what to do. You know what? I'm sure there's a lot of good tutorials on setting them up, Joseph. Joe kind of made one up, but I'm sure there's other people that could tell you how to do that, Joseph. My wife, Jojo, set ours up, so maybe Joe could tell you exactly. I'm sure there's other people as well on here that could. Tara says, Jeff, they couldn't do his surgery today. He has pneumonia, so they're doing it Monday. Okay. Well, we wish him all the best, Tara. We certainly do. Oh, yes, Joe, years and years ago, met Alice Cooper when he came through town. That's right. She did. Fitz, you know what? It's the weekend pretty much, so it's a great day. Godson's Kelvin. Hey, how are you, buddy? It's good to see you. Yes, Alice Cooper is buddy. Awesome. You know what? 21090 Brewing. You've been to Eric's channel, my buddy EVH Gear and TV. If you like Alice Cooper, he's interviewed Nita Strauss, Alice Cooper's guitarist. And he's met her a few times in that she's been on his show. But yeah, Nita Strauss from Alice Cooper's band has been on Eric's show, the EVH Gear and TV. Sorry, everybody. I'm not trying to be quiet. I'm trying to read the chat, and I've missed a few things. Sorry about that. Oh, Tara, no worries. Ozzy 1968. I'm now humming School's Out. It's not pretty. Well, you never want to hear me Mia sing ever in a million years. Joseph Girl, Jeff going to the mosh pit during Def Leppard. Can you imagine me? Maybe back in the late 80s or 90s. You know, you know, if you can imagine me with hair. I actually just started shaving my head about a year ago, but yeah, I had long hair back in the day. Maybe not in many years, like 25 years or so, or 30 years, but and maybe in my early teens, or yeah, maybe not even my 20s, early teens maybe, but that's about it. 21090. Yeah, yeah, it is. He's had some great people on there, but yeah. So everybody, my buddy Eric, he's got a channel, EVH Gear and TV. Joe, can you put? Give me 2 seconds, everybody. Give me 2 seconds. I just want to put this in here quick. Sorry about this. Sorry, everybody. I'm just typing my wife something. I just wanted to apologize for that, everybody. If you could read the message, Joe, and put that into the chat, please. I'd appreciate it. Apologize if I misspelled it, Joe, but you'll see what I put. Oh gosh. Well, the '90s, Mia, Aussie, 1968. What's a mosh pit? That's when grunge music was popular. I mean, there's a lot more. I'm sure a lot of people could explain it better, but what I remember of the mosh pits were the early grunge, like the '90s, when bands like Nirvana and Alice in Chains and Pearl Jam, you know, the early '90s bands and stuff. I think that's when mosh pits and like Red Hot Chili Peppers, a lot of different bands, but they were jumping into the audience. They'd be up on stage, then they'd jump or fall back into a group of people, and they'd hold them up and move them through the crowd, and then bring them back on the stage. A little crazy. I mean, a lot of people probably did a lot of injuries to their necks and backs, but you know, when you're young, you don't think, I guess, do you? Yeah, no, you'd never want to see me in a mosh pit, Joseph Girl, never. No, 21090 Brewing, Todd. No mosh pits at a Def Leppard concert, is there? Joe, did you get my message? I hopefully I sent. If you did, I'd appreciate it. Priscilla Nella, how are you, Priscilla? It's nice to see. I hope you're getting ready for the weekend. It's almost the weekend. Everybody, if you don't know Priscilla Nella, check her out. A great channel. Check each other out. You know what? If you like what you see, leave them a message, and that way they can check your channel out as well. It's a great way to meet people and get to know them. Get to know a lot of different channels, and you know what? You never know who you're going to meet. So good. I'm glad you got that up there. Thank you so much. So everybody, Jojo dropped a link. I'd like you to check this gentleman's channel out. You know what? You'd like his channel, but also, you know what? If you're having a hard time with you know what, with your channel, I'm not trying to push things, but what I'd like to say is this gentleman has a great channel, and you know what, he does put things up there. You know, it's to help everybody, like tutorials and the videos and stuff, and he has a great way of explaining them. So Joe put his link up in the chat, Fireman CV. The reason I put this up is you can go step by step. You can take as long as you want, but he explains in such a way that, you know, usually after you've watched it, you remember what you've done, and then he'll explain it in the next video too, but he puts everything into different videos, which is fantastic. It's not like one 25, 35, 40-minute video where it's at the end you're like, what did I just see, or what did I just learn? At the end, usually into the next video, a lot of it, you know, you take with from one video into the next, but if you didn't grasp it or didn't catch it or forgot it, it's in the next video, and by the time you're finished all the videos, you're going to have a grasp of how doing certain things. But I think it's a great way if you want to build a banner. There's a lot of different things on his channel, so please check him out. Great gentleman in that. Honestly, I got them. I've been in a mosh pit, AC/DC in '85. Oh my gosh. I saw AC/DC in Toronto in 1996. I think it was the Ball Breaker tour. 21090 Brewing. AC/DC was my first concert on the Razor's Edge tour in '92. Imagine that was a good one. I imagine that was a good one. Oh, Fireman CV, no, they won't. My wife, I said, Joe, and she says, I'm already on it. I was watching, when I first started watching your videos, how to explain, how to go through things. Joe was watching, she says, who is that? And she typed it in, because she does everything sitting on her phone on the love seat or on the couch. and she's like, I've already got it put in about making the banner, so she's probably going to get to that this weekend, but yeah, she loves it. Yes, and all honesty, those tutorials are great. They certainly are. They are certainly great. Gil Skills, I second that. Fireman CV is awesome. He certainly is, everybody. You know, everybody here is awesome. Gil Skills, everybody here is awesome. But, you know, it's great to talk about people. I'm not trying to push things, but I just like people to see, you know what, when you know something about somebody, it's nice to talk about them. Because, you know what, how do we get to know stuff? I mean, we can all check things out ourselves, but, you know, there's millions of things on here, so we don't get to see everything. But I'm just realizing the time, 3:25. Let me run through the chat. I want to say goodbye to everybody here quickly, because it's 3:25. I didn't realize what time it was. My son finishes school at 3:35, so usually at 3:25, I'm shutting this down, so I'm going to give myself a minute to say goodbye to everybody and say thank you so much for coming. So just give me 2 seconds, everybody. And the tutorials are not only geared to computer stuff, either it's a good variety of info. There certainly is. There's a lot of great stuff. Check them out, and you won't be disappointed, everybody. Ira Z, how are you, Ira Z? It's good to see you. Yes, speaking the truth, exactly. Gil Skills, exactly. Oh, Fireman CV, no worries. You know what? I'm not trying to push people, but what I want to people to know, this is how I am. I'm not great at, put it this way, I don't have this channel where I can talk a specific thing about like sports or fishing or whatever. But what I can do is, if I know something, I want people to know it. So that's what I'm about. I just want people to know what great people there are, and you know what, you certainly are one of them, my friends. So I just want everybody to know, and I think, you know what, once everybody knows about each other, you're growing your community, and you're also meeting a great bunch of people and a great bunch of friends, and a lot of things you might not ever know, and you might learn something too. I always think that's a good idea. Yeah, when I like something, I let everybody know. Yeah, that's just that's me. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, take care, Fitz. Have a good one. Irazi, aloha. Ivy, Fireman CV, Gil Skills, Ozzy 1968, Mia, Joseph Grohl, Jacob Downey, how are you? Jojo, anybody that I missed, I didn't mean to at all. 21090 Brewing, Priscilla Nella, Tara, Joseph Grohl, everybody else in the chat. Anybody I've missed, I apologize. Ivy Areno, in the woods with Wolfie. Everybody, I have to run. I hope you've all had a good afternoon, and have a great weekend. I bid you do. I just want to say thank you, everybody, for coming, and take care. Like Fireman CV says, take care, everybody. Thank you so much for coming, everybody. And you know what? You made my day. You started my weekend off well. We'll be back again Sunday at some point for the Jeff and JoJo show. Just you know how we like to do our show, Joe and I, on Sundays. Probably be Sunday night after we take our daughter back home to her mom on Sunday night. So everybody have a good weekend, and I really appreciate it. Bob, you take care. You'll be going Saturday night, right, Bob, at 7 p.m.? Gil Skills live show, 7 p.m. Saturday night, everybody. Everybody, Arazi, everybody have a good weekend. Take care, okay? Thanks again for everything. I truly appreciate it. Take care. Bye-bye.